this is probably going to be a pain to actually put together, and I apologize, this may be a bit long. This has just ended and I'm still kind of yeah. Anyway, they started the tennolive stream showing off the Prime Deluxe set. It's the whole Twitch Prime, Amazon Prime thing on the 12th of July. They didn't say how you would get this. Obviously more will come in the coming days. And then, of course, they went and they announced that Warframe is switching it up on the Nintendo Switch. And I'm sorry, I had to put that in there. I lost a bet with somebody. Yes, it is coming. The console was released on the 3rd of March, 2017. It is now the 7th of July, 2018. And they are finally bringing it to the Switch. I'm really happy to see this because I've wanted to play this on the Switch for quite a while, because I originally got a PlayStation to do this exact same thing but never got the Vita because I didn't know if it actually worked or not, so didn't actually bother. Coming to Switch? Oh yes. They announced that the next Prime Unvaulting is going to be Nyx Prime and Rhino Prime unvaulting this summer. I'll just give you a second to let that sink in. Remembering, 7th of July. Yeah, it's coming this summer. Hopefully this will be released fairly soon, otherwise it won't be coming this summer, it'll be coming this autumn. But in this, they also mentioned that, of the confirmed, there will be Prime accessory packs with this, separate to the actual Prime frame unvaulting. So obviously there will be the weapons that came with Nyx Prime first time around and Rhino Prime, so I could probably look that up, but you'll understand why I'm not in a moment. But the Prime accessories, I think they said $20 each, which makes me think maybe more than one. They then showed all the new coming Deluxe Skins, also confirming, because they started with Nyx, who already has Deluxe Skins, so they did confirm multiple Deluxe Skins will come. They moved on very quickly to Vauban's Deluxe Skin, looking really nice with a hammer. That is actually, and from what I saw from the art stream, the art panel, it could have just been about the hammer, but damn, that hammer looks, and so does Vauban, he looks really nice as well. There is a Limbo Deluxe Skin where I don't know what happened to his legs. Limbo never had legs than that. He was a gentleman in a suit and now he's part robot. Go figure. Titania has a really nice looking Deluxe Skin. I mean, that actually looked absolutely amazing. I actually thought the Nyx one was the Titania one, but no, I had them backwards originally from the art panel thing, but not being there, didn't know which one was actually which. And it was made to look even nicer because then there was Nezha's, which I think the colours are just a little bit off because it wasn't there for long, following a really nice one, and then the reason Nezha's kind of got pushed aside, yeah, they then followed up with Nidus's Deluxe Skin. Aha. The Kubro armour? Oh yeah. Nidus's actually looks amazing. I was actually in shock on this one. I'd seen pictures and everything else, but actually seeing it and that Kubro armor, I may have to defrost a Kubro because that, wow. There was also the two new frames they've said they're working on at the same time. There was obviously the Revenant type, the infected Eidolon, the one that they've showed before, and the next frame, codename Galuda or something, looks like a Valkyria Nova mix visually, but she's based on gore. Valkyria was based on Rage, this one is based on gore, which is weird because I was actually looking at it and thinking, Valkyria, Nova, visually kind of look between the two. Oh, it's based on gore, which is one step further than Valkyria, because Valkyria was Rage with the claws, this is gore. So really looking forward to see how she turns out. But that Revenant frame, yeah, still looking forward to that one. Hopefully the Revenant comes first, and hopefully there's not a year between the two. Then it got kind of surreal. They jumped in and they started with the Venus open world. And at this point, the only thing I can really do is shut up and play this.
Sons and daughters, hide the heart of who we are, making peace to build a future, strong, united, working till we fall. The air and water flowing hard, the land we call our home, push to keep the dark from coming, feel the weight of what we owe. This, the song of sons and daughters, hide the heart of who we are, making peace to build a future, strong, united, working till we fall. And we're all left, and we're all adrift together, through the cold mist, till we're lifeless together.
Yeah, that's the theme thing that's been going around. I think it was E3 that was first around the tune. But this is Fortuna, or whatever they actually called it, and yeah, it was very Fallout-ish from when it started, which I thought was kind of weird. They are Solaris, body-augmented people who work for the Corpus and then go to the surface to do something with the broken machines on the surface, and that's all to do with terraforming the planet, which is why you can actually go outside instead of it being red hot. They very quickly moved into, and yeah, it looks like a new ZAR system. It's called Kit Gun, and it is going to work, from what I can see, exactly the same as the ZARs, but there's a twist, and it's in the name, Kit Gun. These are for secondaries, not melee weapons, which obviously means huge hype. The next one, custom primaries. Oh, but either way, custom secondaries, yeah. Hopefully I'm not going to be 6 months behind on this one. At all, not going there. Then, yes, there is finally more pets. You can make them now only on I keep going to say Fortuna. And it's the only place you can do it. And instead of breeding them, you use a ZAR-based system where you can make them look however you want to, but of course remembering that each different part is going to create, the end result is going to have different specs. I'm really hoping they don't do what they did with the ZAR system for this and the Kit Gun, where you have to unlock stuff, and there was massive hype behind this when I seen it, but I give it one other thought of, yeah, the mastery system is going to get destroyed by this. I really hope they've got some kind of way around it, because with the Kit Guns and this, yeah, there's actually more. At first it looks like fishing has returned, but there's something else behind it. There are Rogan robots, and they said they'll get into that stuff more as this comes to be revealed, but there is a hidden part of this fisherman, and that's a resistance. The Solaris United, that is basically who you are working for and who you have to deal with here, and who you get your bounties from when you actually go to the surface. The surface itself, as soon as it hit the elevator, hit the top and I saw the ice, it was like, yeah. And yes, that is a giant crab. It looks like that's going to be the boss, but this place looked absolutely amazing, and they did explain that it's ice storms from the Orokin terraforming machines, and that's why the clouds are all moving. And yeah, this is a vast improvement from... You can see what they learned from the planes they've taken to this and expanded upon massively. And the HUD mode, I know this isn't going to be a feature, but just as they're doing things, there is no HUD, there's just the dot. If you turn your HUD off, that dot disappears. Yeah, for recording purposes, that would be a great feature, but kind of like the offline feature that seems to have completely and utterly disappeared, leaving me rather frustrated because I finally had it and it was gone. That will never be a thing, but it did make this whole thing look so much nicer. Once you do complete a bounty and you take a base, one of the best things, you don't have to go back to the town. They did give it a name, I can't remember what it was. Somebody will stand in the bases you've taken and give you bounties, so you don't have to go back into the town to get a new bounty. But I'm wondering how this works when you go back to the town. When you come out, is everything being reset? If not, once you've taken a base, is it yours forever? Or do they come and take it back and you have to defend it? The possibilities are endless. Then this very weird thing happened, and there's a new transport system. Yep, bye-bye Arkwing hoverboards. I think they called this the K-Drive, but it has stunts that they showed a little bit later on, and it's a full-on hoverboard. But it's not, because it's also got jets coming out the back, so would it be a hover jet board? A jet hoverboard. Either way, yeah. Kind of glad that they didn't go with that car approach for moving around that they'd showed earlier. This, wow. This is what I was saying before. They've taken the planes and everything they learned from it and improved on it. Yeah, I really wish this was the height of this. But there is also, instead of fishing, you have animal tracking where you capture them and send them back to, yeah, interested if that's going to be a zoo-based thing, but you capture them, scan them, tag them, and then they go off up into space. Because they do mention endangered species, the corpus have killed them off, they're almost completely gone, so you're saving them instead of the birds from the planes that you are actually enticed to kill because they drop resources that you need. Then there are the new enemies. Spider head crabs. I like the fact it knocked her off the board. Or knocked Mag off the board. The little ones. The little ones, yeah, that's not such a big deal. The bigger ones, yeah. Let's not forget they've shown all of these before, but now we get to see them in action. The even bigger ones that come out later on, yeah. They said the reason they're not going to go for that one is because they don't want to spoil it, kind of like the Eidolons. They showed you it, they didn't show you how to take it out. But they're kind of the medium-sized ones that came out of the giant statue's head. Yeah, the actual visual effects on that giant statue. Wow. Just wow. After all of that, finally, giant ship coming from the sky. It's the Orbiter. It's the... Oh, no, wait, it's not. It's actually something called the Rail Ship. Was kind of disappointed. Was really hoping it was the Orbiter. Finally, they've been talking about the Orbiter for years. This is a rail ship. But then things get really interesting. I thought, oh, it's just going to be transport into the... Yeah. No, you can actually pilot these. But it gets even better. Even though they look like it's slower than Arkwing and they're much bigger, and your teammates are in the back of the ship while you are piloting it, or somebody is piloting it, they will get to control turrets on the sides. And yes, as you are taking on a giant corpus freighter, you can also have one of your teammates jump out, fly over to it using Arkwing, so Arkwing isn't actually dead. This is finally another good use for Arkwing. It wasn't good at launch, but Arkwing is everywhere now. It really is worth getting an Arkwing these days. they can Arcwing over to the ship and actually attack them from within the ship. Of course, they can do the same thing to you, by the way. You have to be careful with that. This looked... yeah, this was massively unexpected. Teamwork is going to be a huge thing here. Having to remotely hack their ship, open the doors. Then, yeah, the big gun. The shooting at the Corpus Freighter a few times and nothing's really happening. The person on board takes down the shields. Big gun fires. Yep. This ship is called a rail ship or a railjack. Kind of weirdly named, but they did mention later on it's not because they run on rails. I thought that's exactly what it did when it left, but they did stress no, it's not. They did, of course, then go on to massive thank you to the fans, staff, everyone who's played the game over the years, and lots of other stuff. If I can find it, there will be a link to the full tennolive thing in the description below. Before I end the following video clip, which it was from them, so we'll end this, my part, before actually putting that on at the end. Yeah, massive spoiler warning. If you have not completed or played the sacrifice quest yet, you may want to end this now, because what is about to follow is next level spoilers. So, massive spoiler warning, and I don't give spoiler warnings that often. So, I'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch yous next time.